All right, in today's video, perhaps the next big thing. Could it be? Let's find out together. Of course, we're gonna talk about the brand new fragrance release 2025 from the house of Armaf. This is going to be Club de Nuit Bling. Stick around, it's coming up next. Welcome back to another video. Max Forti here. You already know the smell good is a great way to make a long and lasting impression. Of course, we're going to talk about a fragrance here that will do just that. If you're looking to make a great impression right off the rip, you want to smell great, you want people to give you compliments, this is a fragrance that has all the requisites to do just that. We're talking about, of course, the newest release here from the Sterling Group, aka Armaf, and this is going to be Bling. It's been a minute since I talked about this particular brand, Armaf. It's been years, but I want to show you guys that I've known this brand for many years, over 15 plus years. This is a fragrance that I talked about on the channel, I believe in 2014. This is Bois Nuit from Armaf. This was actually featured in one of my Big Bang for Your Buck series that I had here on the channel years ago. If you follow the channel, you know that series, which I talked about fragrances under a certain amount, $30 or $40. This is one of those. This fragrance here, just so you know, it was discontinued. It has a beautiful wooden case, nice, thick metal cap. It's a gorgeous scent. It's basically a combination between 1 Million from Paco Rabanne meets La Nuit de l'Homme from Yves Saint Laurent. Needless to say, this is a great compliment-getting fragrance. Again, discontinued, I talked about many years ago. Just wanted to show you that I've known the brand for many years. And of course, there's Club de Nuit Intense for women, which is basically a take on 𝗕𝗘𝗙𝗢𝗦 from Tom Ford. And the brand is known for making twists or quote-unquote dupes or takes on very popular scents, but giving people a great bang for their buck, as it were, fragrances that are long-lasting, smell amazing, very close to the very expensive counterparts. Here's one that's a newest one that I've gotten, I want to say about a month ago. This is going to be Lionheart for men, which is a take on the very procured Le Male Elixir, the gold bottle that everybody loves. This one here is a little bit spicier, which I like. It's a little bit woodier. I find Elixir to be rather too sweet for my taste. This one here is spicier and less sweet, which I do enjoy a little more. There's more woods, as you see the wood texture here in the bottle. This is a little woodier. So I love the twist that they did in this fragrance. But needless to say, I digress. Today, of course, we're talking about the newest Club de Nuit Bling, which is, I don't know, the 50th flanker from the Club de Nuit line, which, by the way, as we know, it started in 2015 with Club de Nuit Intense, which of course I reviewed for you guys as back in the day, being perhaps the best big bang for your buck if you're looking to buy Aventus. If you want to smell like crude Aventus, that was a great way to do it because it's a big bottle and it smelled really good. It was very fruity. If you do love that royal pineapple, smoky pineapple kind of a vibe that you get with Aventus, you would get that with Club de Nuit Intense for a fraction of the cost. When Aventus was reaching, $400 plus, you could have gotten Club de Nuit for like $40 to $50 and smell incredible, just like Creed Aventus. But again, conversation for a different day. I'm not really condoning the practice of dupes, but there's a fine line there when you see like niche brands themselves copying each other. Again, it's a conversation. I know it's thought-provoking. There's the evangelists or purists out there. And of course, there's people that favor. I think there's room for everyone. And again, it's a conversation that you're going to hear me talk about more and more as we progress into 2026. I'm going to really get into that. I think if it's fragrance, I think I should be talking about it. So I'm not going to no longer disregard fragrances if I feel they have a place or they are quality. So this is why I'm talking about Club de Nuit Bling. So let me digress a little bit. We'll get into those thought-provoking conversations in the future, I promise you. But here's the box. The box is this kind of shiny, silvery bling. Really nice interior here with the Armaf logos. You do have a pamphlet that comes with the fragrance, much like the Creed's pamphlets, which is foldable. And it talks about other fragrances from the Club de Nuit line. It actually highlights 4 different ones from the Club de Nuit. I don't have anything else rather than what I showed you. It's been a minute, like I said, since I got anything from Club de Nuit or from Armaf for that matter. The Lionheart was a gift. It's not something that I picked up myself. I do enjoy it though. But of course, this one here, the presentation is really cool. It retails for $79.99. It is only available right now as I'm shooting this video at the actual Armaf website, and it's currently sold out. So even if you wanted to get a bottle, you couldn't. I picked this up just about 3 weeks ago. That's why I have it here, and I'm making this video for you. I've actually been wearing this. But if you wanted to purchase right now, the time I'm shooting this video, today is actually November 7th. I don't know when this video is going to go live, but the time I'm shooting this video, this is not available to purchase. So if you wanted to get it right now, you couldn't even do it. It's not at your discounters at this point. You can't even find it anywhere else except for the Armaf website itself. So I'm going to link it below, of course. If it becomes available, you'll be able to pick one up. Now, the bottle looks great. This is a 75 ml presentation. And I have to be honest with you, they did a fantastic job with the bottle here. It just looks absolutely incredible. It's this very thick glass, and within the glass, you have this blingy, as it were, kind of a bottle within the bottle that sits inside of this outer casing. You know, the cap is the usual. It looks like a die, and it has the, you know, the little diamonds, the little blings. This one here has Armaf bling metal plate here on the front of the bottle. The sprayers are really good on this one. Also has the Armaf logo insignia on the top of the atomizer itself. These are pressurized atomizers. They are very good. It gives you a nice broad mist. And one thing is for sure, guys, when you spray this fragrance on, the initial impression is absolutely incredible. If you do love fruity, citrus, aromatic fragrances, this one is going to have everything you love on a citrus aromatic fragrance. It's going to be appealing, it's going to be inviting, it's going to be fruity, it's going to be citrus. People know, you know, these companies know what people gravitate towards. So of course, they're going to borrow elements from very famous openings and introductions, you know, fragrance top notes, to make it very appealing to people. So that's exactly what you're going to get here. I get a fruitiness from a mango, a gorgeous fruity mango that's a little bit not overly ripened, but it's fruity and also green at the same time. A gorgeous mango opening here, very fruity. Reminds me of a fragrance that I'm going to talk about in a minute when I tell you what this reminds me of, especially as it progresses from the heart into the dry down. So gorgeous opening here, slightly minty, very fruity with that mango. Definitely citruses, tons of citrus notes here, perhaps even sharps at times, perhaps even a little sharp at times. And you do have this minty profile that I love. So it's minty, fruity, and slightly creamy as well. Just amazing. It smells from the rip. You're going to love the way it smells. I hard pressed to think that anybody's going to say this does not smell good. 99% of people that smell this fragrance will love it. Again, this is a 75 ml. All the information here will match with the batch code and everything, the bottom of the box. And again, the bottles are beautiful. These are really nicely made bottles. Perhaps, you know, the best, you know, Club de Nuit bottles at this point. You have Club de Nuit here on the side as well. Again, really nice, beautiful bottle. And the introduction here is absolutely fire. If you like I said, a citrus, fruity, woody, aromatic type scent, you're going to love this from the get-go. Besides that captivating opening with the mangoes, the fruitiness, the creaminess that I talked about, you're going to get a green, herbal, lavender kind of a feel here. Almost like a cypress. That's that green kind of undercurrent. It's going to be present here along with an ozonic / watery violet, semi-aquatic ozonic kind of a vibe here. That's going to be, again, captivating with those mangoes, the fruitiness that I talked about. The opening here for the 15-20 minute mark is absolutely fire. There's no one that's going to smell this. I guarantee you it's not going to love the way this smells. It's compliment inducing. It's one of those fragrances that if you love the Bleu de Chanel's, the Elysians from Roja, the Aventuses of the world, you know, the Forever Dolce & Gabbanas, you know, those heavy citrus aromatic type scents, there's no way you're not going to like this because it captures all those essences that I talked about here and then some. So after 15-20 minutes, you get into the heart of the fragrance and you get those two fantasy accords or fantasy notes that I talk about. Stardust Accord, you know, the Floral Prism, the Stardust Accord. It's pretty much the brand not really wanting to disclose the full heart notes and just basically give you those two quote unquote fantasy notes. And basically what that is, to my nose, you know, I'm rocking this today. This is my scent of the day today. Again, I'm going to spray my hand here just to get myself a, you know, reminder of the opening. It is fire, guys. It's minty, it's fruity, it's fire. You're gonna love it. And it's very compliment-induced. I've been wearing this for about 3 weeks now, and the level of compliments is through the roof. People love the way you smell when you're rocking this fragrance. That I guarantee you. So going back to this one here, 20 minutes or so into the fragrance, you get that Floral Prism / Stardust, fantasy notes. It's a combination of things. I get a lot of different things at this point. I do get a green cypress. I get the violet that I talked about. Also, there's a rose, you know, with the Floral Prism, with the violet. I also get like a rose kind of a vibe that adds this freshness, along with that minty note, that almost jammy rose kind of a vibe. But it's controlled. It's not overly floral at this point, but it's definitely present. At this point, also, you get some sweetness from the vanilla in the base that's starting to creep in here with some, you know, some whiffs of fruitiness along with that mango, giving you a creamier, sandalwood, vanilla, and tonka beans kind of inflections. Not overly sweet though, just right, just to make things interesting and perhaps a little bit more youthful, because you do have that green herbal cypress with that lavender. So if it went into that direction, it would have been more mature, but you do have that elegant, gentlemanly style along with that fruitiness and sweetness of the vanilla tonka beans. And of course, the gorgeous mango that you get that will definitely be here, not as prominent as the beginning, but definitely stays present. You get this fruitiness mango throughout the life of this fragrance. So up to the heart here, right before you get into the dry down after 30 minutes, the fragrance smelled very similar to 𝗕𝗙𝗙𝗢𝗥𝗑 from Mind Games. Not, you know, ounce per ounce or pound for pound. It's not the same. It's not apples to apples. But because of the mango, because of some of the inflections here, it is very similar to 𝗕𝗙𝗢𝗥𝗑 up until about 30 minutes. At 30-minute mark, as you get into the dry down phase, things get really interesting. I'm going to tell you why. The fragrance turns and adds this, as you talk about those velvet woods. Those velvet woods, to me, it's a combination of the cypress that I talked about, some incense inflections in there. Vetiver, sandalwood is what I'm getting here. And there's a lot of similarities with Bleu de Chanel Parfum or Bleu de Chanel Les Exclusifs that just launched a couple months ago. So from the dry down, the heart into the dry down, you're gonna get that Bleu de Chanel inflection. In the beginning, you get that 𝗕𝗙𝗢𝗥𝗑 from Mind Games, you know, inflection. It's like a mash between both fragrances is what you get here with Bling. That's what I'm getting overall from wearing this fragrance for about 3 weeks now. You know, the whole transition development, to me, it's like a combination between the two fragrances I just talked about. So if you love those fragrances, you know, they're not cheap. 𝗕𝗙𝗢𝗥𝗑 is gonna run you $300 to $400 depending on the size and where you pick it up. And of course, Bleu de Chanel, whether you go with Parfum or the Les Exclusifs, the newest one, it's gonna run you $200 to $300. So they're not cheap. So these are fragrances that will, you know, for a lot of people break their bank. This one smells great, looks amazing. Now we're gonna talk about performance. The performance is where this is mostly lacking overall. I think the presentation is great, the smell is fantastic, the level of compliments you're gonna get here is amazing. Everything is really good. It checks all the boxes. This is like a jack of all trades, dress up, dress down, no matter the occasion, the situation, you're going to wear this and smell incredible. However, the performance is where this one here leaves a little bit to be desired. You know, when it comes to the longevity, the fragrance gave me about 5 to 6 hours on average. If you spray your clothes, it's going to be 6 to 7, which I always do, so that's a plus. But again, it's not going to be beast. It's not going to be above average. For me, it's anything that's above 8. So 6 to 7, you know, 5 to 6, 6 to 7 if you spray your clothes. It's right around the cusp of being average to below average, so it's okay. Again, it's $80, so it's not something that's going to break the bank. I wish the performance was better. I can see them perhaps doing like a Bling Extreme or a Bling Intense. I'm sure they're going to do more flankers of this one. I'm pretty sure, you know, as we come to see, you know, many flankers, you know, from the beginning, you know, with the Armaf, Club de Nuit collection. So I'm thinking there's going to be other flankers of this one, perhaps better in performance. But this one here is going to be right around the cusp of being average to below average. Projection, it does push really nice for the first 2 to 3 hours, which is really nice. Then it's going to sit a little closer as a second skin. But if you spray your clothes, you're going to get a really nice scent bubble and sillage. So sillage and scent bubble were very good with this one. If you like to spray your clothes like myself, if you do, and again, the good thing about this one, you can go heavy on the sprayer because it's inoffensive. It's very pleasing to the nose. People are going to love the way you smell. So you can go trigger happy here, not a problem. That will increase the performance, especially when it comes to the scent bubble and sillage that you're going to project. So overall performance is just about average. Let's call it average. So that is the only, I think, down mark for this fragrance. Everything else, it checks all the boxes. It smells amazing. It's going to get you compliments. It's going to get you positive notices. The smell is incredible. If you like 𝗕𝗙𝗥𝗑, if you like Bleu de Chanel, it's like a combination of two. So I think there's a lot going for this fragrance. And like I said in the thumbnail, is this the best big thing? The next big thing? I don't know. It might be. I just think if you like those fragrances, if you're somebody out there on a budget, you're looking for something that's going to give you really good smell and not break the budget, not break your bank, this is something to consider. I think it's, you know, from what's in the designer counter out there, something that combines class, elegance, sophistication. Like I said, the only problem here is the performance could have been a little stronger, but you know what? You can overspray, guys. 80 bucks, you know, when the average designer is costing 150 to 200, this is really not a bad buy. So that's my take on this one. I think it's a really cool fragrance, and it's not a quote unquote straight up dupe of something. It's like a combination of things. I love the way this fragrance smelled on me. I love wearing this fragrance for the last few weeks. So I wanted to share this with you. It's been a minute since I talked about any kind of fragrances within these lines, like Armaf, Lattafa, you know, those brands. So if it's something that I feel it's deserving of your time, I'm going to bring it to your attention from a fragrance lover to another. So Armaf Bling, definitely worth checking out. If you don't want to get a bottle, you don't have to. You can actually get a cheaper decant if you want at perfume.com. Use my code MAX15. You guys know the drill. Partner of this channel. And of course, I will do one better for you guys. You know, I know it's sold out right now, but as soon as this becomes available anywhere, I will do a giveaway on this fragrance. So if you want to get yourself a bling, a fragrance, let me know in the comments why you would like to get a fragrance, you know, from Armaf, or this one in particular, bling. And number two, you can get this one if you want. You can get anything else. You can get the one that smells like Aventus. I don't care. You know, I'll do a giveaway on an Armaf bottle. You know, I'm you know, primarily wanting to give you guys bling, but if you want anything else from Armaf, I'll be happy to give it to you. So all you need to do is 3 things. Number 1, comment on this video, like this video. So comment why you want to win a bottle from Armaf, you know, your thoughts on this one, and of course, like and subscribe to this channel and like this video. That's all you need, guys, and you entered, and I'm going to do a giveaway within 2 weeks' time, and it's going to be international. I'll ship this whatever you want in the world. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you do appreciate the channel, don't forget to leave a like, of course. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm your guy. I keep you in the know all things fragrance, and hit that bell so you get these videos straight into your feed. As always, guys, stay fragrant, smell great. I'll catch you right here with another one very soon. Take care.